And it says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. And that must mean it's time for GotBot Goes Live. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, light it up, baby. Hit the notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton. And it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. I'm going to check in with you guys right away. I hope you're having a tremendous Thursday. Pardon the shaking there. It's just because of what I'm trying to get accomplished. Bear with me. Let's see here. Let's see here what we've got. Hey, Ultra Megatronus, happy you're here, buddy. I'm close to 6K in 7 years. This is pretty much, we're around the ballpark of my 7-year anniversary. I don't know exactly what date it is, but we're in the ballpark. It was early February. 7 years, and I've had a lot of people over the years who have said, "Oh, GotBot, how come you're not much bigger?" Well, there's a few reasons. One, I'm Canadian, not American. It's always harder to grow when you're outside of the US. Two, I make a lot of people angry. I'm not here to convince you to buy anything. I'm not here to hawk anything that I'm trying to sell you. I'm here to give you the truth and information, and that's not always pretty. I lost a good 2,000 subscribers over 86 Hot Rod because it's not good, and I stand by it. I would rather lose those subscribers and keep my integrity than lose my integrity and keep those subscribers. So there you go. 6,000. I mean, I'd said in January of last year when I hit 5,500. Yes. No, in July when I hit 5,500, I said, maybe I get 10,000 by Christmas. That didn't happen. I usually get like a push and then I'll be stagnant for 2 or 3 months with like just going up or down 1 or 2. Right. Because I'll say something people don't like, and then they're like, "I don't like you anymore." And I'm like, I don't care. Lots of people don't like me. Anybody I think who sticks around realizes what the point is of what I'm trying to do. And that's more valuable to me than anything else. Hey, Big M. Oh, man. If you haven't checked out Big M's Instagram, I think it was, man, go check it out. That was hilarious earlier. That was really good, man. Hey, Halo. Hey, Mike. Working on a review and trying to start a second Transformer channel. I need a live stream. Why do you need a second channel? A lot of people will do that, and they'll have like 2 channels that cover the same thing. I don't get that. Like, I would understand if you had a second channel for Marvel or a second channel for just your everyday life or for gaming or something that's totally different. But like, if it's Transformers content here on your main channel and then Transformers content on another channel, I don't know. It's full of my hands to try and keep one channel going. I wouldn't be able to manage to. For someone 90 minutes into the future, you would think that he would know the lottery numbers. Fun fact, Anthony, I have never once in my life played the lotto. I'm not a winner. I don't win stuff. I've never won anything. That's a lie. I won one thing once. It was the first season of the TV show Survivor. I didn't watch it. I thought it was an idiotic concept. And there was a pool at my work at the time. And I went in on the pool because why not? I won $286. But like, I didn't know who the winner was. A lot of people were angry at me then too, because I won and I hadn't even been following. I didn't even know what the show was. But I've never played the lotto. I don't even know how to go to the store and buy a lotto ticket. Like, I don't even know what to say. Because it's not my thing. It's not my thing. Hey, Brian. Hey, Dragonfly. That hot rod was trash. I don't know if it was trash, but it was certainly not positioned right in the market. Still seeing out of one eye for now. You're coming along though, buddy. Hey, got 2 ears and what? 1 month to heal. Well, you know what? Listen, man, you can't buy good vision. Well, I guess you can buy good vision, but you know what I mean, right? You can't buy healing. Like, don't push yourself. Take the time you need, buddy. Hey, Bominus Prime, excited for Tarantulas returning for. We're gonna get to all that in a bit. You guys like to jump the gun. Hey, Nate. Hey, Ken. So we go down here a bit. Lies, you are a winner. You won Starscream Wife's Love. That or I wore her down. One of the two. It was one of the two. Either I won it or I wore her down. I think like Leonard and Penny, right? Okay, let's get into the news. We have a fair amount. I was at the dentist, so I wasn't sure I was going to be here on time. I have a fair amount. Let me just make sure that I have my sheets in order, ready to go. All right, let's get going. So, very first thing, Minerva went up for pre-order. I'm assuming it's pre-order or for sale on the Walgreens website in the US. A lot of people got it. I think our buddy Dragonfly got it. I saw a lot of the US reviewers like shared around and say she's up for pre-order. She's up for pre-order. So I hope you got yours from the site if you haven't seen it in store. She's grand. If you want to know just how grand she is, go back and watch my review. But she's pretty wonderful, I gotta say. There is up on tformers.com, I believe is where I saw it, an interview from 2003, 2004 about directing voice actors. It was an interview with Wally Burr. Certainly a piece of Transformers history behind the scenes that we don't often get. It's a fun watch. I highly encourage you to go and watch it just to get an idea of what goes on behind the scenes to try and coordinate voice actors and what it is that they have to accomplish and what happens when somebody doesn't show up and all of that sort of stuff, right? So getting into the first of the many reveals, Rise of the Beast showed off their Nerf blaster that's Optimus Prime. And the internet lost its mind because they said, wait. You can take a truck that turns into a robot and turn it into a blaster with projectiles. But you can't do Megatron or Shockwave in their alt modes. The reason being, Nerf is not going to at all be mistaken for some sort of a real blaster. Now, I don't understand the reasoning why Shockwave doesn't have his traditional blaster mode, but with Megatron, I do know that from the 80s, there were times, sometimes with very sad consequences, when a toy Megatron was mistaken as a real pistol. And that's what kind of caused the change, right? I don't want to get into it, but if you go back and look it up, you'll certainly find probably a couple of news stories that had, in some cases, tragic ends. And that's why Megatron's not done. But I get the criticism, right? Also, we saw the, I guess, official reveal of that mask of Optimus Primal and Bumblebee that turns into the robots. They're big robots. I didn't realize that they were that large. They still look like trash. They look like utter garbage. The Bumblebee is way more successful than the Primal. Way more successful than the Primal. But, I mean, they don't scale with anything. I don't know. They're not for me. Maybe they're for you. Earthspark. Speaking of Earthspark, was brought up there a moment ago. So we're going to get into it now. Tarantulas was mentioned. Let's get into it. So there was a trailer that was dropped. I really haven't seen it because I live in Canada and the trailer is region locked to the United States. However, I did have a number of screenshots sent to me. Fun fact, I watched the first 10 episodes on like Kim Cartoon. Tons of ads. It was ridiculous, but I was able to see them because in Canada, so far we have had the like 2-part pilot that came on a channel here called YTV in November. And that's it. That's all we've had. We haven't had anything since. So here, Earthspark really isn't a thing yet, though I've watched it. For the second half of season 1, I believe it is, in the US, it seems like it's going to premiere in March. And there are some new characters that we saw in this trailer. Now, I don't know the nature of the trailer. I assume that it's, join up with all of your favorite Autobots again as they encounter new evils and blah, 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 blah. It looks like Starscream will certainly get shown more. Interestingly, he has blue optics for a Decepticon. I find that very interesting and a very unique look that, to me, harkens back a bit to his torso from like Studio Series and the Bumblebee movie. and some hints in his head to like animated Starscream. To me, that's kind of the mix that I'm sort of seeing. Maybe you see different. We also saw that Shockwave is going to be in it. I find he looks weird. He definitely does not look like his deluxe offering at all, because his deluxe offering looks like the Cyberverse. This looks very different, and the chest looks oddly small. Like his chest looks way out of proportion for any Shockwave we've ever seen. I don't know. Maybe it's just the picture I saw, or the couple of pictures I saw, but I don't know. We'll have to see how Shockwave is. However, I am also excited about seeing Tarantulas, especially since he has his trans metals body. It certainly seems. I really hope that he is significant. I hope Shockwave is significant. And I think Shockwave will be significant, to be honest with you. And I hope that they work together, because they're both maniacal scientists. Since Beast Wars in the 90s, I've always salivated and wanted to know what would happen if the maniacal scientist Shockwave connected and linked up and done a project with the maniacal scientist Tarantulas. I'm down for that. And we saw images of Grimlock. Please let him be a good Grimlock. Please let him be a fun Grimlock that destroys everything with his fire breath. I'm just saying. I'm a G1 guy, so that's what I'm hoping for naturally. But I think the first 10 episodes have been really well done. I've really enjoyed Earthspark thus far. I would presume that the second half is going to be fantastic. Hopefully I can watch it through the same means, to be honest with you. But yeah, I've been impressed with it. I think it's a good series. I think that they have the potential here to be able to, assuming that they can weave the story well, they have the potential here, I think, to really cement the next big chapter of fiction for Transformers, the next benchmark chapter. We'll have to see exactly how it goes in time. I'll also point this out, and then I'm going to check in with you guys. TFCon LA still adding names and still adding panels. Like, it's coming up so soon, and I mean, they have dozens upon dozens upon dozens of guests that they've announced. It's insane. It's probably the biggest set of guests I've ever seen for TFCon. The latest additions will be Travis Arts, who was Cyberverse Hot Rod, and Jessica DiGiovanni. DiGiovanni, I don't know how to say her last name, but she has been RC in the War for Cybertron series. She was Cyberverse Windblade and Cyberverse Cosmos as well. So they are going there. We also saw images, by the way, of MP57 Skyfire. A lot of smooth, flat surfaces. Probably the biggest MP we've gotten. He is quite large. Even his box is quite large. He's significantly bigger than MP 51, 52. Starscream. I'm not sure what number it is, but the newest, the newest Starscream, the one they're calling version 2, even though I think it's really version 3. Yeah, I mean, the newest Starscream next to him, like, I think the scale makes sense, but he is significantly bigger, as he should be. So I don't know. If you're in for it, cool. I do think the face is a little off for Skyfire. I think the eyes might be a little too close together or something. But I think the body and the jet is pretty spot on. There's been a lot of competition for MP Skyfires. Will this one succeed compared to, I know the measuring stick is probably Fans Toys Phoenix, even though I detest that thing and think it's awful. But I didn't enjoy 1 ounce of handling that thing. Not even a little bit. But I know it's popular, and I can't see anybody trading that out for now this MP. I don't know. We'll have to see as time goes on. I think it's all right looking. I'm just surprised that we have so many flat surfaces. I personally think the stars of the show when it comes to MP57 is the little Wheeljack, Optimus Prime, and Jazz. I'd like to have the 3 of those. I don't care about the Skyfire. I got my Siege Run. I'm happy. But I'd love to have the 3 little lads. I'm just saying. Let's check in with you guys, and then we'll go on with the rest of the news, because I know you've been. Thank you, MP52. See, I didn't know what it was. I don't follow the MP stuff. You know me. Let's see how far back I got to go here. Ooh, baby. By the way, if I didn't say hi, Lance, hi. Hey, Manitoba. you have a better chance of finding Velocitron Cosmos than winning the lotto, right? And I mean, if you saw the countdown, he had a lot of votes for being a rare, hard to find Transformer. By the way, if you didn't already check it out, check out my community tab, because I did put up an image there that I got from actually Maximal 10, although Ultra Megatronus had one as well, of the proper version of Beast Wars Moon that I was hoping to have an image for the countdown, but it didn't work out that way. I couldn't find it. You guys had to find it, right? So I did put the image up on my community tab if you want to know what that like kind of all white repaint version of Moon was like. The thing only had 2,000 pieces, so it is quite rare. Not the rarest, but it is quite rare. By the way, nobody has mentioned, though, over the last couple of weeks, I have found a way to kind of incorporate a picture next to me while I'm speaking. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but I think it'll get better with time. How you guys find that? Do you prefer that? Did you prefer just when I put the picture up and then talk after? What do you guys prefer? Do you like having that there if I don't have something to hold in my hand? Is basically what I guess I'm saying, right? Hey, Abominus Prime. If I didn't say that already. I found 4 Cosmos. Around the way, Minerva should be here Saturday. Nice, nice, nice. Now all we need is our humble host to start this. What? Start this. Oh, Shindig. Shindig. I couldn't pick out what that was. I got hooked on watching Prime. Prime's so good. It's so good. I love Prime. One of my favorite episodes, and I can't remember what it's called now, is actually 2 of my favorite episodes, is the one where Arachnid is chasing RC and Jack in the forest. I like that because it was so few characters, but man, was Arachnid menacing in that. And the one with all of the Terracons on the Nemesis and especially the banter between Starscream and Knockout. I love those 2 episodes, but the story arcs they had were fantastic. Like with Unicron, and Optimus says, humans are your progeny, and he's like, you say these are my progeny? Well, they are vermin to be destroyed. Like, I don't remember the quote, but you get the idea. Like, hardcore, you're going to destroy your own progeny, right? My oldest girl just turned 9 the other day. She's listening. Well, happy birthday to her, even if it is a little late. Hey, Marvelous Prime. The show took such an interesting and new direction. It really did. I assume you're talking about Earthspark there. I feel like it reignited life into the series again. I 100% agree. Has anyone had problems with Tarn's arms being loose? I haven't. But I have heard. Oh, wait. I was going to say I haven't, but I have heard of one person who has, that being Dragonfly, but it was you who said it. I read the comment before I saw your name. Sorry about that, man. I got Twitch recently. No Earthspark stuff here. I'd like to have a Twitch, but it hasn't come here yet, even though it appeared in Canada on December the 4th. So that's why when, people are like, well, it's in Canada, like it means literally nothing. This is 2 months later and nothing. And we have 3 Walmarts within 10 minutes of me. Nothing. Now, that being said, they haven't gotten anything since before Christmas, to be fair. So, hey, Survive fan. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was digging in my bin of Hot Wheels and getting ideas. Listen, man, you got a life to lead. You do you. I really hope Tarantulas and Shockwave create the Beast Wars Predacons through experimentation with protoforms if Tarantulas is a predominant character. Whoa, that's a lot. Whew. See, that's a lot of fan speculation and hope. I don't think that far into it. I'm interested that they're there. Let's see what they come up with. That's all I tend to usually do with it, right? Keith David, I don't know why you're saying that with question mark. I don't know who Keith David is. If Earthspark can make good figures, nothing of interest for me as of yet. Twitch is for me, and I'd like a Twitch and a Thrash I want. I don't need more Optimus or Megatrons or Bumblebees or Elitas. I don't need them. Maybe you do. I've never ever handled a figure, but Earthspark looks really like a step back. They look cheap, and their panels of plastic. Again, I don't know. I don't know anything about Earthspark other than the official reveals, because I don't watch reviews until I can have the thing in hand. It colors me. That's why I don't like when people are like, "Oh, yeah, did you see this? He's great," and all this. I don't like it because in the past it has affected my objectivity, um, and I don't want that, because I want to be able to give you guys the most honest interpretation and feeling that I have of something, right? Um, ooh, ooh, ooh. I missed something. What is going on with Keith David? Oh, by the way, I'm going to throw this out here, and we're going to do a moment of silence. For anybody here who, like myself, is an old school wrestling fan, apparently today, at the age of 68, the genius Lanny Poffo passed away. I don't know any details. It was reported by Hacksaw Jim Duggan that Lanny Poffo passed away. For anybody unaware, Lanny Poffo was the brother of the Macho Man Randy Savage. So rest in peace for Lanny Poffo. We will do a moment of silence for the genius. Okay. Wonder if Skyfire would be the same size or bigger than the first MP Optimus Prime or Starscream. I don't know. That's a good question though. R.I.P. Original Wednesday. Oh yes, she as well. Yes, Wednesday Adams. She also passed away this past week, and I believe the age of 64. Yes, indeed. Got turned yesterday, and he's amazing. I told you, guys, you know me. I'm one of the most critical people out there. If I give something the stamp of approval, you can bet your bottom dollar that I think it's a good product. And Turn is like, it's like I said, he gives up a little more mass for a Voyager than I would like. But man, oh man, everything else is done right. There's no hollowness. He is solid. There's no limitations to the range of motion. It's an interesting transformation. He is a great tank. He is a great robot. There's a boatload of paint. I'm telling you, I wasn't really connected to him other than I thought Tarn looked cool. But man, don't pass him over. You'll regret it. Don't pass him over. I want to review Earthspark, but I don't want to get copyright claimed by Paramount, and they are notoriously bad about claims. I mean, you can still review it. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to review it. I got Titans Return, Highbrow, and Zort for 7 UK pounds. Nice. Wow, those are. I don't know a lot about the conversion, but I know 7 pounds is pounds. Yeah, pounds, right? Is good. Like, that's really good. Even I know that. That top 10 with pictures was pretty ingenious. Good. Okay, good. I think having a picture on screen would be professional looking and help the live streams pop more. The live streams, I wouldn't be able to do it here. It's an editing program I got. There's no way I'd be able to put anything on the screen here. The YouTube live thing just doesn't allow that. I remember that one loose Cosmos and the Cliff Jumper and RC flashback story where they were my favorites from that show. Yeah, well, yeah. When I was trying to teach you how to use streaming software, adding an image would have been easy. Adding an image in post is very easy with the correct. Yeah, again, with the correct software, but none of the software that people use works well for me. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have 13 hours to wait for something to render. I don't have it. That's idiotic. And that, when I've tried some of the things that people use, that's about what it takes, 13, 14 hours. I'm like, I don't have time for that. That's nonsense. Partners was the name of that Transformers Prime episode. Thank you. The image and inserts, beat the cutaways. You usually do. Okay. All right, good to know. That's all I needed to know. My Walmart is still doing Legacy Wave 1. So is mine. Mine's been doing Legacy, well, for a year. They've done Legacy Wave 1 for a year. What we've gotten within that year besides Legacy Wave 1 is some sludges. Finally came in just before Christmas. Coronation Starscream rotted for a long time. They did get both waves of Velocitron. I mean, each store got one case of the deluxes for both Wave 1 and Wave 2. They've gotten multiple cases of the leaders and the Voyagers. Like getting Override, not hard. Getting Galaxy Shuttle, not hard at all. But besides that, a week or so ago, they got the Studio Series Wave that has RC and Hot Rod and Crosshairs. But like, that's it. That's what Walmart has been. Like, it's been an abysmal year for distribution. Because you said you have no interest in them, about the core Dinobots, Slag is so much better than Sludge. And of course, we'll go into the newest edition of the team. Yeah, we'll go into the newest edition of the team later, for sure. I have some interesting thoughts on that, actually. I have some interesting thoughts on that. Let's go. Where are we here? Live action Scourge picks. Yeah, we're going to get to that too. Hey, Jason. The plastic quality on the Earthspark is a bit lower. Oh, okay. All right. And I can't speak to that because I don't have it yet, right? Much cheaper than the Legacy Deluxe. But is the price tag cheaper than a Legacy Deluxe? That's the question. Scourge in the trailers looks better than the toy. I think he looks like Rick James. Keith David is voicing Grimlock in Earthspark. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I loved him as Arbiter in Halo. Doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah, Leapin' Lanny Poffo. You got it. Yeah, Leapin' Lanny. You know, I saw him live when I was 6, 7. And he threw out his frisbee and it went right over my head. If you remember, he used to have his poems and stuff on frisbees and he'd throw them out. Went right over my head. Later on, I actually got in the ring. They let us in the ring at intermission. And George the Animal Steel was there. And he was after ripping open a turnbuckle. And I still have somewhere like 3 or 4 pieces of foam from a WWF, WWE turnbuckle somewhere still kicking around. Got Tarn today, and apart from the shoulders, he's excellent. Wow, what's wrong with the shoulders, Jack? My shoulders are great. What's wrong with yours? I didn't hear about Lanny Poffo. That's sad. Yeah, you're right. No way, Lee Lanny passed away. Yeah, it was sad, and I don't see any reason why Jim Duggan would, have anything other than the truth to say. I got Armada Starscream today, and he's great. I got one issue, and if you have an Earthrise race car Micromaster, you can peg it into Starscream's back like the OG toy. Okay, I don't know the OG. I'm not a Unicron Trilogy guy. I didn't get that Starscream. He's not for me, but I'm glad you're happy. Hey, Grimlock on. Okay, see, we're not there yet, buddy. I edit all of my videos, but the software is what it is, right? We haven't done the trivia. We're not to the trivia yet, man. Brian says my Walmart has so far no Crasher, Shadow Strip, Galaxy Shuttle, Cosmos, nor no, we didn't get any Rumble or any of that stuff. No, gosh, no, we didn't get any Rumble. As for Crasher, Shadow Strip, I mean, they were here in October, and that was when I saw them. I haven't seen them since. The honor of meeting him at Madison Square Garden with Keith David was in the movie They Live with Roddy Piper. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's going back a ways. They Live. Okay, he was the guy who was, yes. All right, yes, the guy who was Goliath and Gargoyles. Yes, now I know who you're talking about. He's going to be Grimlock. Interesting choice. I could see it. I mean, if Robert Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond can be Triptychon. Why can't Keith David be Grimlock? Yeah, I can see it. Speaking of George Steele, I went to school with his granddaughter. Really? Wow. No, I knew Steele wasn't their last name. I don't even know if George is his first name. But they have been using it since he got bigger. Naturally, they would. A lot of them will end up making it like a name that they can get like checks in and royalties in and stuff like that because it's the well-known name, right? Just where the shoulder joint is located, a bit strange. Still great for posing. Makes him look a bit lanky. He is lanky for sure, but he can. There's no position that I've tried to get him in yet that he can't do. The dino head from the trailer was strange. Grimlock. Oh yeah, it's definitely Grimlock. I mean, Bumblebee said it was Grimlock, or at least that's what I was told. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. I didn't actually see it, but somebody told me that it was Grimlock because Bumblebee said it was Grimlock. So Keith David was Game Barricade. I wouldn't know Game Barricade. I just meant that Leaping Lane's passing was a shock. Oh yeah, it was absolutely a shock. Absolutely a shock. By the way, hi. Okay, let's keep going here. So, speaking of MP, we saw MP Dark Amber Leo Prime, Lio Convoy, Leo Prime, whatever you want to call them, Lio Prime. We're going to be getting this in Legacy Evolution as well, where it's basically all black and gray, right? It's like, it's the Nemesis Optimus Primal that we got in that pack. It's Nemesis Prime up here behind me. This is Nemesis Lio Convoy, basically, right? That's what Dark Amber Leo Prime really is. It's Nemesis Lio Convoy, right? Koto Bukiya will be at TFCon LA. If you don't know what that is the company that makes the Bishujo statues. The Megatron came out a while ago. I think the Optimus just came out. You can change the face and put a faceplated one on. It's the one where they take these characters and they turn them into like scantily clad girls. The Bumblebee was shown. I don't. It's not for me. I don't like it. I'm even uncomfortable looking at it. Honestly, I respect the paint detail. I respect the detailing and the design, but I don't understand the market for it. I know that there's a market for it. I don't get it. It's not for me at all, and I don't even really like seeing it. I gotta be honest. Not even a little bit for me. Kids Transformer smartwatch was shown, and this is going to be in China because it's from a China company, Zhao Tian Kai, I guess. Apparently, it's going to retail for $295 US for a kid's smartwatch. I'm sorry, I teach. I know what kids are like. There's not a snowball's chance in Florida that I would ever in a billion, trillion, zillion, million, quadrillion, quintillion years give a $300 watch to a child. That I don't understand the existence of this product. That's what I'm going to say to that. I don't get the existence of this product. I know what kids are like. Dude, they can't even stop from breaking a pencil every day. No way I'm giving them a watch that's more expensive than mine. Not a chance. But hey, if you want to give your kid a smartwatch, go for it. And it's specifically called a kid's watch, which makes me think it's going to have a limitation to what it's able to fit, right? Oh my God. That needs to stop. Rise of the Beast, Scourge. Speaking of images of Rise of the Beast, Scourge. So he looks different than I thought he was going to do based on what we saw in the trailer and what we saw kind of mistransformed. I expected his chest to be more squared off, and I didn't expect his shoulders to be rounded triangular, I suppose. I really don't know how to call it. However, that being said, as lanky as the dude looks, his face being silver is certainly interesting. It almost harkens like it's a mask, but the face being silver also seems strange because the rest of him is so gritty. Apparently, he was like sandblasted or something and given like other paint touch-ups on his chains and whatnot to make him look gritty and dingy. Within his body, there's a lot of like orange amber, because in the film he has like glowing orange power, I guess, inside of him. I'm going to say Unicron's power personally, just saying, Terracon power. So like, I feel like from the neck down, he is monstrous. And I feel from the neck up, he's elegant. He might be like the movie's version of a Tarn. He might have a certain panache to him, even though he's going to be vicious. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's interesting. He's a bit skinny. His body's gritty. His face isn't. His truck looks like it is driving out straight from hell. That's all I can say to that. We also saw images of the deluxe off-road Bumblebee. I don't care. Voyager Battle Trap. It looks all right. It looks pretty good. I think it looks solid. I think it has a nice coloration, and I think it probably has a really interesting involved transformation. Core RC, man, I don't like all that junk on her back. I really don't. That's severely going to limit her knee, and I feel like she's going to be real back heavy, buddy. Air Razor, I mean, she looks fine. Cheetor, I think he looks fine. A lot of people don't like the Cheetor. Freezer looks weird, but apparently Freezer turns into something that goes on the trailer of Scourge and will act as like his blaster. So I guess Freezer's like Scourge's target master, basically. Okay, cool, neat, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm not blown away by this yet, but I feel like I'll be more intrigued when we know more about the characters, right? We also saw some, I just want to find it here now, if I can. Hold on. Where was that I saw? Or will I have to go back to it later? Might have to go back to it later. We also saw Battle Masters of Cheetor, who turns into a bladed thing, and like his paws are like white. It's weird. Rhinox, who I do think turns into one heck of a Gatling gun. It totally matches him. I think Rhinox is actually somewhat successful. And Skull Cruncher, who is an alligator, but not only is he an alligator, he also turns into, again, like a weapon thing. These three do not have robot modes. They go from their blaster or their blade or whatever they are to their animal mode. I think Skull Cruncher was the code name Crescent that we were wondering what it was, if I'm not mistaken. That's not all we have for Rise of the Beast. Speaking of Rise of the Beast, we also have, I just got to make sure now that I find it. We also have the Jada line, where they showed their 132 scale 77 Chevy Camaro Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Volkswagen Wheeljack. Then at the 124 scale, they also showed again 77 Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, and Wheeljack. And at the 116th scale, Bumblebee, that's like an RC car, so it'll be a remote controlled Bumblebee. So all of that from Jada. And I mean, the Rise of the Beast stuff, man, just keeps coming. And the kids line Beast Alliance was unveiled. We saw Bumblebee. He's going to stand about 10 inches. Beast Bumblebee, I think they're calling it. He stands about 10 inches. He's going to have lights and sound and stuff. So do you remember that, like, what was it, like Power Changer Bumblebee that came out in the Bumblebee movie? I think that's going to be what this basically is, right? It's going to be the big Bumblebee toy to go with Rise of the Beast, and this Bumblebee turns into a beast, and he has lights and sound and all that junk. Slated to come out in July. At the 4.5-inch size, we saw Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. They look great, actually, for what they are. At the 2 packs, 5 inches and 3 inches. What are these 2 packs? We remember seeing these listings and wondering what they were going to be because they had a weird price to them. It's going to be like Optimus Primal and Aerostripe, who we all thought was Tigatron, and Optimus Prime and Chainclaw. So it's basically Prime and Primal with a Target Master. It's basically what it boils down to. But that's not it, because there are other 2 packs that don't have Target Masters. They have armor bits. So we have Bumblebee and Snarl Saber, and Snarl Saber becomes Bumblebee's armor. We have RC and Silver Fang, who we thought was, oh, I'm not sure now. We thought it was somebody else. Silverbolt, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember now. Maybe we thought Silverfang was also a Tigatron. I'm not sure. And Optimus Primal and Skull Cruncher. Again, the last three there, the B, the RC, and the Optimus Primal, their partners become armor. I guess it's cool if you like to put on armor. That's the, like, I'll say the mainline stuff. The whole first batch was the Studio Series stuff, really. I think most of it's pretty good. I think Scourge is definitely going to be good. Definitely going to be good, but I don't know if I necessarily have a place for him myself, because I don't. To me, Scourge is the blue guy that leads the sweeps, right? So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Time will tell. We also saw an MP Saison video promo thing coming from Takara. I guess that was cool. Why not? It was neat, I suppose. Let me just make sure that I got this now out of the way. Yeah, I do. I got all of that out of the way, so I can get rid of that. And I got all of that to go. And this to go. Okay. All right. Let's check in with you guys. And then we'll get back to the news. That was a lot of Rise of the Beast stuff. They're going hard with that now. And I'm, you know what? Honestly, good on them. He shouted his name, yes. My Walmarts have been getting, my Walmarts have barely been getting any of the new stuff. Only Velocitron and Legacy Wave 1, Beast Wars, toy repaints. Yeah, we had a couple of the Beast Wars repaints back in the summer, I think. I think we had Rat Trap and Tigatron. There was so much Tigatron. Yeah, I'm sure you would see the trailer. You live in the United States. Of course you would see the trailer. Game Barricade from 2007 movie in the game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know him in the game. I also hear our favorite friendly Khan is back on TV after getting killed by his ex-crush. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Speaking of Evolution, Leo Prime, I was supposed to get mine in the mail today, but it got delayed by 2 days. I hate when that happens. Bombed at those statues. Yeah, I'm with you, Blue. I don't even feel good about them. Anime stuff, including action figures, looks too feminine to me. I can't stand it. Infinity Years. I have a Fitbit to begin with. Okay. The day I get those anime statues is the day they make one of our Dorothy Wainwright. Okay. You mean a history? What? You mean a history books chance in Florida? Oh, Maximal 10. That wasn't nice. Scourge looks like, to a degree, he looks like Tarn. Hey, Throwback Hero. Happy to see you here, buddy. Skipping most of the movie stuff, might get a couple. That's the thing. Like, I can't buy all these lines, not at these ridiculous prices. So I even the main line, like, I pick and choose now. I got a house to take care of. I got a family. Like, I'm sorry. This is the epitome. I've been saying it for years. It's the epitome of luxury. Price me out. Go for it. See what happens. Hasbro really needs to learn their value. We'll get to that in a bit too, man. Giving a child an expensive watch is like giving your younger sibling your favorite toy. It's almost guaranteed to go wrong and break. I agree 100%. Movie Scourge looks like something from Mad Max. He does. Absolutely, he looks like something from Mad Max. I 100% agree. Movie Target Masters, Studio Series Cheetor kind of has the body shape of Transmetal Cheetor. I could see that. I could totally see that, actually. Got Metal Hawk on pre-order. He looks awesome. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a couple of minutes. Skull Cruncher is getting way more attention. I hope to get the 1/24th scale card. I got no B. The Battle Masters remind me of the Nerf blaster from The Battle Masters remind me of the Nerf blaster from 2007 movie. You could convert Starscream or Prime into a blaster with their from their vehicle mode. Interesting. Animated Prime in that scale too. Yeah, they did do animated Prime in that scale. You're right. As a giant transforming Nerf gun. Let's see. If I skip something, guys, I apologize. Hey, Shansi. That's where my version of Slitherfang came from. Hey, Keldio. From the Neck Up Studio series, Scourge looks like the Witch King from Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah, he does. I think you mentioned that last week. He does. You're right. I'm hyped for what's to come and kind of curious for the new Junkion axle grease. Could be that Junkion car. Could be. Let's go down here a little bit. I like that one, Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, where it looked like he had cat ears and it looks hilarious. Okay. Are you talking about the Beast Bumblebee? Like got a bird in his chest, it looks like. Hey, Nickel. We're about to get into that very soon. Actually, my thoughts on Metal Hawk. $1 CAD is what? 14,000 peso. Who knew? Was talking about breakdown and the crash is knockout. Okay. What? X Crash Friendly Con? Oh, X Crush. Oh, he's talking about breakdown and the crush is knockout. I have no idea what you're talking about either, Caldio. Sorry. X Crush Friendly Con. Guess who? Another hint. Hammer. I have no idea what you two are talking about. Not a clue. Between breakdown and knockout, I don't have 1 ounce, not 1 iota of an idea of what you guys are talking about. For another month because I'm still recovering from eye surgery. That must be very long days for you. Ding, ding, ding. Correct, Caldio. Cheetor in cheetah mode was larger than the Bumblebee in the trailer. Yeah, well, you're right, but I don't think that they're going to be able to bring it down. Technically, Breakdown had a crush on Arachnid confirmed by him in Stronger and Faster. I don't understand what a crush on Arachnid has to do with Knockout. I don't. You guys got to start explaining yourselves better, man, because you're not making any sense. Let's go back to the news. You guys figure out how to actually explain it. Consider it, I'm giving you a writing assignment. Write a well-structured paragraph explaining what you're talking about to me. There we go. End of pre-orders. Is the end of pre-orders on the horizon? Why do I say that? Because Kapow Toys is not putting up pre-orders for the next wave of Legacy. As a matter of fact, their statement said that they won't be doing pre-orders because the previous stuff is on clearance, and basically Hasbro is just looking to gouge customers, and they're going to wait. They're going to stock it all, but when they have it, it'll just go up for sale. You don't worry about overpaying pre-orders. It'll go up for sale. If it sells, cool. If not, it'll go on sale and then on clearance, and you can get it for the price you should be paying anyway. It's really as simple as that. I think every single retailer needs to follow what Kapow Toys is doing, and I think every single one of us as consumers need to say enough of this nonsense with all these pre-orders, paying premium dollar, and other people are waiting and getting steals of deals at places like the discount stores and stuff. It needs to end. It's very much time that Hasbro is started to be held accountable, because according to Kapow Toys, the only person or the only group that pre-orders benefit is Hasbro. It is of no benefit to the retailers. The pre-orders go in, and then apparently Hasbro decides what they're going to do to fill stock orders. And that's why some pre-orders don't go filled, because Hasbro fails to fill the stock. So instead, we're just going to order a bunch of stock, and we're going to put it up for sale. I support this. I think every single solitary company needs to stop with all this pre-order nonsense. If you announce something, just put it out. And all this street day garbage, it got to stop. When the product is ready, just put it out worldwide. What you really need to work on is your distribution. Just saying. Buzzworthy. What? Oh, the buzzworthy Jetwing Optimus Prime. That's out in Canada. The we saw some behind the scenes stuff for Dreadwing and his development, I suppose. Same for Animated Prowl. Same for Metal Hawk. And it's highlighted there what components are from Cyclonus and what ones are I guess newly molded pieces as well. And then we saw, just before I kind of came on air, we saw a behind the scenes for Core Grimlock. I'll get to that in a minute. I did want to mention something else from probably a couple of months ago now. It was found by JT Prime 17 that apparently on February the 28th at 10 a.m., I assume that's Eastern, we will see a Selects Guardian bot revealed. Now, some places have said it's just a Titan that apparently will be revealed. I don't know exactly what it is. However, the information that came to me is it looks like it will be the Selects Titan that I reported on a long time ago. It looks like that Selects Titan will, in fact, indeed, be a reuse of the Siege Omega Supreme mold done largely in blue as a Guardian robot. I'll be interested to see how this sells. I would love to have two, but I don't think I'm going to have either because I'm tightened out in space and in what they're charging for it. So I don't see it happening. But if you want it, or you can see your way clear, or you missed the Omega Supreme mold and you'd like to have it, it's a great, great mold. A great Omega Supreme. I'm sure it's a great Guardian bot as well. I have zero doubt. Zero doubt. Let's go back and check in with you guys. And then we have 3 more bits of news, trivia, this week's unboxing, and then we're out. But I got to go up. I got to go up. They won't be. Yeah, Amazon is. Of course, Amazon is. Bezo wants your money. Hey, Jay. Hey, Puna. No more if it was me, I would not be pre-ordering from Amazon. I'd be waiting for Kapow. If I lived in the UK, I 100% would be waiting for Kapow and saying, "Yep, that's my route." Those people know the sort of consumer I am. I want instant gratification. I don't want to pre-order something and have to wait, and I'm charged whenever they see fit to fill it, whether I have the money at that time or not. No, I don't like pre-orders. I've never liked pre-orders. And I don't know how it became the standard, right? I never pre-order, says Jay. Jay doesn't need to pre-order. He has the Midas touch anyway. I left Hasbro for numerous reasons. I never did pre-orders in the first place. That's fair. Hey, Trends. Kapow's in the UK, as far as I know. Knockout and Breakdown were in what? IDW Prime Break. Oh, no. As soon as you said IDW, of course it's garbage. Of course it's a terrible garbage idea because it's IDW. Everything that they put their hand to, other than the characters they created themselves, i.e. Tarn, everything else they put their hand to is utter unreadable garbage. Thank God that company no longer has the license, because every time I hear an idea and I'm like, I don't know what that is, somebody will say, well, in IDW, and I'm like, oh, of course. This is why I never heard of this garbage, because it was IDW. What a terrible company. No wonder they've lost so many licenses. So they were very close at one point where they looked to be in love, and the fans shipped then. Oh, okay. Yeah, I detest IDW. It's so bad. I don't like the company. Like, I'm to the point. I've even tried reading some of their other titles. It's not. They need to hire editors. They desperately need editors, because what they put out shouldn't be published. It's not good. I would, if I was grading it, I wouldn't give it good grades. I hate to say it. I'm sure there's some talented people there who work really hard, but they don't put out good products. What I think needs to end is the Asian and European markets getting all the dibs on new products. Well, they get it because the factories are over there. That's not going to change. But I get what you're saying, but it's not going to change. Never read one comic in my life. I've read lots of comics. I have multiple boxes. I have like last time I haven't done my inventory in years, but the last time I did, I had something like 15,000 worth of comics, something like that. But none of it's going to be IDW. IDW stands for I did wrong. My reasons are more selfish. I just missed the first release and it's exorbitant in the aftermarket. Now, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. I know I've skipped some stuff, guys. I'm sorry. Never pre-order from Hasbro Pulse. Why would anybody order anything from Pulse if you can get it elsewhere? Pulse double, triple, quadruple dips because they have wholesale markup. Then they have distributor markup. Then they have retail markup. And a lot of times they want you to pay for a premium membership. That's 4 markups that Hasbro is doing that people pay for. You got to start looking at what they're giving you. If you have your own direct site to buy from, then you should be offering factory direct pricing. If you're not, then you need to shut it down. It's as simple as that. And you know what? There's a lot of people that think like me. You know how I know this? Because, and now we get to Hasbro business news, baby. And what do we have to report this time? Well, Hasbro, sadly, is going to apparently be cutting 15% of its workforce. Now, you might say, well, that's not very much. They're a huge multinational global conglomerate. 15% is still 15%. Now, apparently that equates to about 1,000 jobs. So what does that mean? Because some people said, oh, yeah, well, they're going to get rid of like some janitors and some custodians and some maintenance people and maybe the lunch lady. I can guarantee you they do not have 1,000 lunch ladies. I can guarantee you they do not have 1,000 custodians, certainly not making the amount of money that they're looking to save. 15%. If 1,000 is 15% of a total, then that means that their total employees kind of come in around 6,672. That's a lot. 15% is a lot being cut. And you want to talk about who's being cut? Well, I don't know if this person was cut, but they certainly resigned. Eric Nyman is no longer with the company. Who is Eric Nyman, you may ask? He was the president of Hasbro as well as the chief operating officer. He's gone. He's gone. That's a big shakeup at the top. Real big shakeup. As well, the holiday quarter. Now remember, the previous quarter, Q3, they reported a 5-year low. Their stock price went down to 2 5-year lows. And the holiday season was going to save them. Didn't save them. In fact, they are down their stock price is down another 7% because their holiday quarter underperformed. They are saying it's because the demand for toys and games are down. Wrong. You're absolutely wrong in your analysis. It's down because you're overcharging. Comparatively, you might say, oh, but they're not overcharging that much. There's inflation. Okay, so if you follow anything financial, you know we're kind of at the peak of the inflation bubble and now starting to go down. But I don't see Hasbro's prices going down, right? Comparatively, their top competitor, Mattel, only slipped by 2%, not 7%, 2%. So that's a big difference. That's a significant difference, if you ask me. I find that worrisome. The stock price closed a couple of days ago for Hasbro at $57.25. I can remember when I was reporting that their stock price was at $69. This is significantly down. They have a very dangerous problem because as all of these revenue and percents go down, as they lay off 1,000 employees, that's going to make getting creative and being able to borrow money for operating expenditures far more difficult. I've been saying since 2019 that Hasbro needs to change their ways or it's going to catch up to them real soon. And everybody called me silly and foolish and everything else until I'm not silly and foolish, right? I'm a conspiracy theorist until I'm right. And I don't think that Reuters, which is pretty reputable when it comes to economics, don't think Reuters would report something that wasn't true. Chris Cox needs to get his head screwed on straight. He needs to get a very serious dose of reality for what he can deliver before he drives that company into the ground. In 2021, I said if nothing changes, this company will not be around in 10 years in 2031. Then, as we get ready to go into a recession, I'm telling you now, they have a very big problem because their whole company is built on the ultimate of luxury that doesn't really have to exist. They're not food. They're not transportation. They're not gas and oil. You got to know your role and you got to start very seriously looking at how you can cut prices and keep quality up. It's a serious issue, guys. And that's not just me saying it, though I've been saying it for many years. This is the market saying it. So it is what it is. Now, on to two things that I'm far happier about, and you should be happy about too. First, when it comes to the reveals, let's get to that, and we'll kind of cover the whole thing here. So, I said last week that the next wave of Legacy was likely to consist of Core, Nemesis Prime, Grimlock, and Thundercracker. We did see Thundercracker. We saw Nemesis Prime. What a great looking axe he comes with. Really digging the axe. Of course, it's just a little core class guy. We'll talk about Grim in a little bit. It's not for me. I don't like it. I don't think he looks good in either mode. He doesn't have elbows. It's not for me. But there is something I do like about Grimlock. We'll get to that in just a second. For the Voyager scale, we have Twin Cast. I mean, it's Blaster and Blue. I don't need it again. I don't even need the rewind because I have the Titans Return rewind, and I'm happy with that. But I mean, it was a great mold for Blaster. There's no reason to think it wouldn't be great for Twin Cast. I love the Eject. There's no reason to think the rewind wouldn't be good. So yeah, great. Then we get to Metal Hawk. Now, for yours truly, I have the Titans Return box set version. I think it was Velocitron, Chaos on Velocitron set. I love this. This is based on the Titans Return Trigger Happy. It's great. It's tremendous. The new one is based on another tremendous mold, being Cyclonus. I like the darker gold here than the lighter gold on the new one. This one does have a lot of red on the chest. He shouldn't. One thing that I will definitely give the new one is that he is hyper animation accurate. This guy was pretty good. This guy is quite good, but a lot of people didn't get him because a lot of people didn't get the box set. I did. And it's nice to have Professor Go. So I don't know if I need the Voyager. We'll see. We'll see. There's a part of me that's saying yes, because I love the Cyclonus mold. Am I concerned about the white? Yeah, a little bit. There's a fair amount of white on his thighs and a couple of other hinges and some of his accessories. So yeah, I'm a bit concerned. I'm hoping that that's been rectified. This company with those numbers got to start rectifying something. But he looks so animation accurate. Even if I don't like the lighter gold, if you know the cartoon, that goldy, bright, yellowy color is the color he was. It's accurate. I think Metal Hawk is going to be another. Actually, I think both of these Voyagers are both going to be strong releases. Then we get to Leader Class Skyquake. Looks pretty good. I wish his wings were able to angle down. But other than that, I think it looks great. I think he looks like a nice mix. I was sizing it up and I was looking at it and looking at the designer, like behind the scenes stuff. I think he's a really nice mix of Transformers Prime and then the original, what was it, G2 Skyquake Predator look, especially in the chest area. So I think I'm actually in for him. I think I really, really like him. Apparently he's the same height as the Leader Class Ultra Magnus from like Kingdom, for example. In the deluxe line, Animated Prowl looks great. Again, when you see him side by side with the like actual Animated Prowl, the only thing that really seems off is the head. Yes, the proportions here are bigger. It's not as lanky, but I mean, he still has like bigger lower legs than his thighs. He has bigger forearms than his biceps. So the proportions are still there. They're just slightly G1ified. I do think the head should have been a little more animated accurate rather than, say, Transformers Prime Prowl accurate. Crosscut looks great, except for the red tires. Junkion 2, I said Junkion 2. We know now that's Crash Bar. And like, yeah, more Junkions, please. He looks great. And the one I was the most excited about, Shrapnel. Oh, baby, he looks so good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am 100% in on Shrapnel. Now, here's what's interesting. They also showed some like upcoming stuff that they called Through the Space Bridge. And they showed just like cartoon images and stuff, really, of Beachcomber upcoming G1 DevCon. Yes, sir. Make that happen. I assume it'll be the Scourge mold, which I'm pointing to right now. 100% want it. Axle Grease. I mean, I'm in for it. Finally, we get the announcement of the reissue of Dirge. Ramjet got to be happening too. Come on. Nemesis, Leo Prime, and which is going to be a lot like the Dark Amber MP version, and Armada Megatron. A lot of Unicron Trilogy fans should be real happy about that because we know we're getting the Optimus. Now it's confirmed you're getting the Megatron as well. But they also said that there would be a Classics Optimus Prime from the Holiday Prime. We'll see. I don't know. But here's what's very interesting. I reported last week Legacy Generations SPA, and I said Voyager Polar Claw, Override GTS, Soundwave, Sideswipe, and Deluxe Tripredicus. I have heard from my source, and I still don't have any product numbers or anything, neither does he, but he has heard since that Through the Space Bridge may be another subline of Legacy Evolution, and that this could be a wave of Through the Space Bridge, with the other ones that were shown being another wave of Through the Space Bridge. I don't know if there's any truth to it. I don't know if that's any more than rumor. Take it as just high rumor for now. I would not call that GotBot confirming anything. I'm just reporting to you what I heard, and I'm giving it to you with a gigantic piece of road salt. Really big piece of salt. Also, Evan, I believe, said that it feels obligated now to make the RID 2001 Fire Truck Optimus Prime. So we should have that upcoming. And that brings us to Grimlock. So I'm not in for the core Grimlock. However, I find it very interesting that Grimlock is the left leg of the combiner. And I find it very interesting that I think it was Evan Brooks, said that the best combiner leaders are legs. And of course, you would initially think of Scavenger for Devastator. However, it is interesting to note that Gurayu from the Dino Force is the leader of the Dino Force. And just like this Grimlock, Gurayu is the left leg of Dino King. And Gurayu is indeed a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I find that very interesting. Or I should say his pretender shell is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I think the telltale sign is going to be, because there's going to be 6 that make up this combiner. Let's see who we get as the 6th member. If the 6th member is an Ankylosaurus, hope I'm saying that right, Ankylosaurus. In other words, if it's the same body as the pretender shell of Geiryu, then I will be convinced that we're actually going to get a Dino King repaint of this. It's too bad that they're doing Dino King as a core class combiner. I get it. The G1 was small, but he should be a full-sized combiner. So I found it interesting, though, that everybody's like, they might do a Dino King at the core size. We're getting Metal Hawk. We've, gotten a Galaxy Shuttle. Yet they said, oh, I don't know about that Star Saber fella. He might not sell at regular retail. We better do him as a HasLab. You're gone all in on Japanese characters. Yes, you could have put that out at regular retail. It did not need to be HasLab. Let's do the trivia. I'm going to check it with you guys, and then we'll do the unboxing and get out of here. So, the trivia. Very quick, very easy, I think, this week. I hope. Maybe not. In the Transformers Prime episode, Loose Cannon, this is the episode, by the way, where Wheeljack returns and he's hunting Dreadwing. So in the episode Loose Cannon, This is the first time in the Transformers Prime series that we get the use of what word? A, scrap. B, spark. C, TCOG. Or D, Terracon. Scrap, spark, TCOG, or Terracon. What idea from Transformers Prime is first used in this episode? I'm going to see what you guys have been saying, and then we'll do I'll give you the answer. We'll do the unboxing. Get out of here. There was a lot to cover there tonight, man. Core Grimlock just looks bad to me. All modes, shame they sacrifice so much. I agree. I absolutely agree with you. Let's see. Where are people here? Wow. How far up do I need to go? Okay. 2 here. Hey, Cheesier. Pulse is just donating to Hasbro, and people don't realize Hasbro probably gets $14 from every $25 deluxe sold on Amazon. You buy from oh yeah, absolutely. You're giving away $11. Yeah, you're 100% right. IDW writing is bad, but the art style looks pretty great. Oh, their art style is great. Yeah, I mean, earlier generations used a lot of IDW designs. I don't have anything against the art style. You would think with all of the shoddy plastic, they would have saved a lot of money. Oh, I'm sure they have saved a lot of money. I've cut Hasbro and limited. I've cut Hasbro and limited run pre-orders. That's fair. This is happening in America, no, in Europe or Asia. I don't know what you think is happening in America, but not in Europe or Asia. Whatever's happening, I assure you, whatever's happening in America is happening in Europe and Asia. I promise you. I certainly hope not. I certainly hope that anyone laid off can find work elsewhere. Me too. Me too. Job cuts you never like to see. And I don't think it need to happen. If oil companies, because it all starts with oil companies, if oil companies hadn't started gouging to make up for lost profits during the lockdown and stuff, then it wouldn't have trickled to other businesses and we wouldn't be in the state we are. The only reason that we're staring down the barrel of a recession is greed, because humanity doesn't learn from the past. And that's the truth. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth. Mattel has never really gouged the way Hasbro does. They haven't. I mean, Mattel got its issues too, but to a far lesser degree than Hasbro. Corporate greed has been one of the biggest curses of inflation. Absolutely. 100% agree. I hope Mattel's attempt at a crowdfunded item was a one-off. I agree. Animation for kids as we go down here. And I know I'm skipping some stuff. It's because I've been on here a long time and I kind of want to get going. I got some stuff still to do, right? As someone once said, every joke has its truth behind it. And some people thinking you're joking and saying you're wrong. I don't say it if I don't mean it. Anybody who knows me knows that I don't say it if I don't mean it. And I don't say it if I don't have evidence to back it up. A lot of my evidence is called history. You don't have to look real far. You only got to look as far as the Great Depression. You only got to look as far as the 80s. You only got to look as far as 2008. History repeats itself because people don't look at history. Stay in school. Learn your history. Avoid those pitfalls in the future. I have some of the 80s McDonald's bots. Hey, Sovereign Knight, if I didn't say it, buddy. Should say it's a no-brainer as long as the white doesn't turn yellow. Absolutely. I went for the Planet X Insecticons, and even though those are new ones in G1 accurate, I prefer the Worf Cybertron Stylings. That's fair. I could understand that. Terran Leo Prime, Blaster Repaint, and Cyclonus Remold for the first 4 Voyagers in the line. Very, very strong start. It is. I agree 100%. What do I think of the new mainline Rise of the Beast toys? Well, I already talked about that. I think they're fine. I think they're fine. I think they got some gems in them, a few oddities, but I think they got some gems in them. Leo Prime is pretty darn good figure, right? He's really good, man. Also love that they went back and changed Skyquake after hearing feedback from the first Prime bots. Absolutely. Absolutely was a smart thing to do. Maybe give the new Metal Hawk a test drive to see if he lives up to the hype. And if it doesn't work out, you can find a home or gift him some. Yeah, that might happen too. We'll see. Skyquake, Animated Prowl, and Shrapnel are total must buys for me. It's nice that there's a little something for everyone. Hey, input. Gonna wait to see if Shrapnel made into. I feel like Shrapnel will be made into Chop Shop, and I feel like it's gonna be part of one of those like 4-packs again. Just you watch, just like Ransack was. Just you watch. Armada Megs looks so rad. I could imagine you could have a lot of fun with DevCon in Universal Collision if you get around to introducing him. Absolutely. I've seen Metal Hawk's jet mode, and it doesn't look like Cyclonus to me. No, his jet mode, it's because the forearms are different, and the wings have been turned around, right? But it is Cyclonus, like even down to the nose cone folding up in the torso. Like you can open the back, you open the front, you flip it around, and his head goes inside, the nose cone comes out. It is Cyclonus. There's no doubt about it. The shoulders, the elbows, the thighs, the hips, and parts of the nose cone are all Cyclonus. The rest is remolded, but it's the same transformation scheme and stuff. It's the same bones, right? It's the same skeleton, say. G2 Combat Hero Optimus Prime out of the Holiday Optimus Prime. Oh, probably. I could see that. Cora Class Grimlock. Dirge, Shrapnel, Metal Hawk. My wallet's going to be tight, right? I hear you, buddy. Maybe that rumor could hint at another colony planet and subline. Could be. That's definitely going to be retooled into Dino King. I mean, I don't say anything definite until I hear it. I hope you get official images of Commander Class Armada Optimus Prime in next Transformers fan stream. Well, I mean, they haven't even confirmed it's Commander Class. It's just been leaked. Scar/Scorn or some new Dinobot. I think it's going to be some new Dinobot, or they're going to take. It's not. I don't see it being Scar. Scar goes with Double Dealer. Slash, I guess could be, but she's more of like a raptor type of body. I don't think any of them. I think it would have to be a new one, honestly. I mean, it could be named Scorn, but I think it got to be an Ankylosaurus, right? Or Ankylosaurus. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Some dinosaur names are hard to say. You listen, buddy. Absolutely. Truth ZF. I don't like Victory Saber being a HasLab. No, it shouldn't have been. Oh, hold on. A lot of spark, a lot of scrap. Yeah. Brian says Brian says D. Scrap, A, scrap, spark. Hope we get 86. Well, 86 Swoop has been confirmed for a long time. He was supposed to be the third one, but he's been pushed to the fifth one. My guess is he got pushed to the fifth one because from what I've heard, they wanted to make sure that the weight distribution right for the wing, so he wasn't too back heavy. Take from that what you will. The answer, by the way, is D, Terracon. Brian, I think, was the only one who got it. It was the introduction of the term Terracon. Okay, and then that brings us to the unboxing, which I'm going to get to in just a moment. My disappointment from the Transformers fan stream is that we never saw the Transformers War for Cybertron video game toys. Again, you're saying that you have no idea what the Studio Series WFC will be. None of us do. You are taking things that are fan hopes and guesses, and you're saying that it is a thing. It's not. Nothing has been confirmed that they are High Moon video game versions. But logic would say that it could very well be. I think that would be a bad idea for Studio Series because Studio Series is about the movies. If you throw games in there, then what's the point of the line? You might as well end it and put it all in mainline and call it all legacy. Sorry, that's my feeling on it. I don't see the point in having multiple main lines. That's idiotic. As a G1 guy, I'm very disappointed with the Legacy Evolution line, but that saves me money. There you go, man. Scrappers used by RC. That can't be one. No, it was Terracon. I don't like Hasbro's new plastic-free packaging. No, that's terrible. I already had people asking me to paint their Metal Hawk's chest. What? Why would they want you to paint their Metal Hawk's chest? Interesting, but I don't know why. I'll go with Spark. A lot of people are guessing Spark. Hasbro got removed from what? Hasbro get renamed to Has Been, bro. That's pretty good. I like that. I use YouTube. What? The tower was over $100 and it was a gift from Dad. Cool. Is there anywhere I can find a copy of the Transformers Japanese collection DVD? I look online. I wouldn't be able to tell you offhand. Who would make a continuation of the original Transformer G1 cartoon? Netflix or Funimation? Neither. They're not going to do it. It'd be nice if they did, but Hasbro would have to make that call. They're not going to do it. Can't wait for Snarl. Same. Swoop. Nothing is more exciting. I agree. Although Shrapnel, man. Shrapnel's pretty good. Got me there, too. I got the trivia question right, and I haven't seen the episode. Nice. War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron are masterpieces. Absolutely, they were. They were a high point. What makes me think Hasbro cares about logic? Good point, Event Progenitor. I never heard Terracon in the episode. I got to see the episode again. I mean, why would you remember one word, Blue Raccoon? Like, that would be weird. It's unfortunate that War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron have been removed from digital stores. Well, I mean, they ran their course, right? They've been around a long time, man. They just ran their course. Digital. That's the problem, too, with digital stores. If you just had a disc, then you'd have the game. Simple as that. They want the shiny gold chrome-like look. Ugh, I don't think I would want that. That'd be far too much shine for me, but to each their own, I guess. Transformers cartoons need to go back to 2D animation. I agree. What was the question? The question was, what word was introduced in the episode Loose Cannon, and it was Terracon. I would love a remastering of the War for Cybertron games. My problem with 3D animation, Transformers, Cosmos is... What? The cartoons is stiff movement and blank faces. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so what did I get this week? Very, very simple. Ba-boom. It is Breakdown. Breakdown. I cut his spoiler. I messed it up. It is not cut straight. I'm so angry at myself for it. And it's my own careless, reckless fault. But such is life. It is what it is. But that does mean that this big boy is now complete with him back here. So that means tomorrow is going to be Red Cog, because I've been trying to get to that one for a while, and all of his accoutrement and who it belongs to. Then next Tuesday will be Breakdown. And then next Friday, it'll be the comparison of this guy to the Combiner Wars boy. So the comparison of these two is going to be next Friday. And I do have one other thing, but I'm going to save that for an unboxing, ladies and gentlemen, for next week. And on that note, we've been here a long time. My wife has been very patient. We had a lot to cover. You guys have been very vocal. I appreciate that. I love it when you guys are active. Thank you for coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we have to offer to you through Spring. Or, of course, you can always hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member right here on YouTube. I love you guys. And, again, please hit the subscribe button. Stick around. Have some fun with us. And don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you do make a difference in the world, whether you know it or not. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams right here on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way inside the videos.